Seniors over 60. Take these 3 vitamins for stronger legs fast. As we journey past the age of 60, it's a common observation that our legs begin to feel less robust. Tasks that were once effortless, like rising from a chair, may now require a noticeable push off the knees, and navigating stairs can feel akin to lifting weights. A disconcerting loss of equilibrium, even during simple movements like crossing a room, can become an occasional but unsettling experience. While many might attribute these changes to the natural course of aging, the reality is far more specific and thankfully addressable. These subtle yet significant indicators are often the earliest signs of age-related muscle loss, a condition known as sarcopenia. This insidious decline often happens in silence without outward discomfort or swelling, until the point where assistance becomes necessary for even basic movements. The encouraging news, however, is that this decline in leg strength is not a permanent state. Scientific evidence demonstrates that leg strength can be significantly restored, often within a matter of days, by addressing deficiencies in just 3 crucial vitamins. This isn't about arduous exercise routines or expensive therapeutic interventions. It's about providing your body with the ideal nutrients at the precise moment they are most needed. This discussion delves into the 3 essential vitamins that every senior needs, explaining how deficiencies lead to those heavy, weak legs, and outlining a safe and effective method for combining them to achieve a swift recovery. The information presented here is not based on fleeting health fads or anecdotal whispers, but is firmly rooted in clinical investigations, rigorous research, and decades of professional expertise. As we explore this vital topic, pay close attention, because by the end, you'll also learn about a specific vitamin regimen that, while not widely adopted, has proven remarkably effective. The human body undergoes a gradual yet discernible transformation after the age of 60. Bones may become more susceptible to fractures, blood circulation can slow, and, most pertinent to our discussion, muscles begin to weaken, particularly those in the legs. A significant portion of individuals remain unaware that leg muscles are typically the first to exhibit this decline, making fundamental actions like standing or walking a challenge, even if their overall health and diet seem sound. According to the American Geriatric Society, individuals over 60 experience a loss of 1 to 3% of their muscle mass annually. This means that over a 5-year period, you might unknowingly lose up to 15% of your leg strength. The question then becomes, what drives this phenomenon? There are 3 primary culprits. Firstly, vitamin deficiencies play a crucial role. As we age, our digestive systems become less efficient at absorbing nutrients, and our stomachs produce less acid, which is vital for nutrient uptake. This leads to lower levels of essential vitamins like D, B12, and thiamine, all of which are indispensable for proper nerve transmission and muscle contraction. Secondly, poor blood circulation contributes significantly. When blood flow slows, your legs receive a diminished supply of oxygen and vital nutrients. The consequence is premature fatigue, frequent cramping, and that characteristic, heavy, exhausted feeling in your legs. The third contributing factor is a reduction in physical activity. As older adults tend to walk less or avoid challenging activities like climbing stairs, their leg muscles inevitably weaken and atrophy. Furthermore, even with regular movement, muscles cannot adequately regenerate and rebuild without the proper nutritional support. The remarkable good news is that by replenishing these 3 deficient vitamins, you can effectively restore your leg strength within a matter of days. Let's now examine each vitamin in detail, understanding its function and how it impacts your legs. We begin with vitamin D3, a nutrient that many seniors may not be taking, yet it acts as a crucial switch for reactivating leg strength. Vitamin D3 is far more than just another vitamin. It functions as a master switch, reactivating your entire neurological, skeletal, and muscular systems. The challenge arises because your body's ability to produce this vital nutrient diminishes significantly after the age of 60. As your skin becomes thinner and your liver and kidney functions related to vitamin D conversion slow down, especially if you have less sun exposure, your body begins to reduce the efficiency efficiency of its vital systems. This manifests as weakened muscles, heavy legs, and a slower pace. Most concerningly, your equilibrium starts to falter, a direct consequence of a subtle deficiency in vitamin D3. Its importance cannot be overstated. Vitamin D3 is instrumental in calcium absorption, which is fundamental for strong, healthy bones. However, its role extends far beyond skeletal health. It ensures that your muscle fibers contract correctly, facilitates the smooth transmission of signals by your nerves, and, crucially, prevents muscle atrophy, the silent process of muscle wastage that occurs with aging. When you lack sufficient D3, your body becomes less reliable and weaker, much like an aging machine prone to malfunction. How can you identify a potential vitamin D3 deficiency? Signs include weakness in the legs, particularly when ascending stairs, fatigue from merely standing or walking, nocturnal leg cramps, difficulty with rapid turning or stepping, and significant pain in the hips, knees, or heels. Some individuals may also experience mild anxiety, impatience, and trouble falling asleep, subtle symptoms that are often mistaken for the general effects of aging, but are actually early indicators of vitamin D3 inadequacy. The scientific consensus strongly supports the benefits of vitamin D3. For instance, a study conducted by the University of Birmingham in the UK involving individuals over 65 found that after just 5 days of consuming 800 IU of vitamin D3, participants experienced an average increase of 19% in leg strength. Another Chinese study revealed that seniors who took a D3 supplement and engaged in minimal exercise showed a significant improvement in their leg power and balance. Furthermore, researchers at Harvard's Geriatric Research Center discovered that older adults with low vitamin D3 levels were 40% more likely to experience falls or require hospitalization compared to those with adequate levels. The message is clear: vitamin D3 safeguards not only your skeletal structure, but also your independence. When your D3 levels are restored to normal, your body absorbs calcium more efficiently, promotes the development of new muscle fibers, enhances muscle contraction and response time, reduces latent inflammation in muscle tissue, and facilitates smoother, less painful movement. In essence, vitamin D3 reactivates your joints and muscles. For healthy individuals over 60, the recommended daily dosage is 800 to 1,000 international units. IU. For those with a history of falls or exhibiting clear signs of frailty, a daily intake of 1,500 to 2,000 IU is advised. For optimal absorption, vitamin D3 should be taken under medical supervision in the morning or early afternoon, and always after a meal containing healthy fats such as salmon, eggs, or olive oil. It is crucial to avoid taking D3 immediately before bed, as it can disrupt sleep patterns. Can you obtain sufficient D3 from food alone? Regrettably, it's highly improbable. Consider the numbers. Approximately 500 IU of vitamin D are found in a 3.5-ounce serving of fatty fish, while a single egg provides only about 40 IU, and a glass of fortified milk offers around 100 IU. For most seniors, to reach the recommended 1,000 IU solely from food sources would necessitate a daily consumption of fatty fish, eggs, and milk that is simply unrealistic. Therefore, supplementation with vitamin D3 is often essential. If you are over 60, spend limited time outdoors, feel unsteady or have fallen previously, have osteoporosis or joint pain, or follow a plant-based diet low in dairy and fish, you should seriously consider vitamin D3 supplementation. A few crucial caveats are in order. While D3 is generally safe, excessive intake over prolonged periods can lead to adverse effects. Consistently taking more than 4,000 IU daily without supervision might result in headaches, constipation, nausea, kidney stones due to elevated calcium levels, or irregular heartbeats in sensitive individuals. The key is to use the correct dosage at the appropriate time and maintain regular monitoring of your levels. Vitamin D3 is the linchpin in helping older adults restore their leg strength, reactivating muscle systems that have subtly decelerated over time. When taken correctly, you can witness significant improvements within days, including stronger legs, a lighter step, and increased confidence in every movement. Next, we focus on vitamin B12, a supplement that is critically important yet frequently overlooked for individuals over 60. Vitamin B12 is well known for its role in memory and energy, but its profound impact on nerve health and leg function is often underestimated. B12 is essential for the seamless communication between your brain and your muscles, particularly those in your legs. It enables you to maintain healthy nerves, coordinated movements, and quick reflexes. When B12 levels decline, this vital brain-to-muscle connection becomes fuzzy, and the initial symptoms often manifest in the lower body. What are the consequences of suboptimal B12 levels? You might experience symptoms such as a burning, tingling, or numbness in your feet, weakness in your legs, especially when standing or walking, a sensation that your legs are unresponsive or asleep, difficulty balancing even on stable ground, and a general feeling of unsteadiness or the need for support while walking. Beyond physical sensations, some individuals also grapple with mood swings, mild depression, forgetfulness, and brain fog. These symptoms often emerge gradually, leading many seniors to believe they are simply a part of growing older, when in fact they are classic signs of a B12 deficiency. Why is this deficiency so common among the elderly? Two main reasons stand out. First, inadequate absorption. As we age, our stomachs produce less acid, and if you are taking medications that reduce stomach acid, like ranitidine or omeprazole, it becomes harder to extract B12 from food in this lower acid environment. Second, dietary restrictions. Meat, fish, eggs, and dairy are nearly the exclusive sources of vitamin B12. If your diet is lower in meat or heavily plant-based, you are at a greater risk. Even with a healthy diet, your body might not absorb enough B12. This explains the prevalence of B12 insufficiency in those over 60. The scientific consensus is robust regarding the impact of inadequate B12 on mobility in older adults. A study from Oxford University found that individuals over 65 with low B12 levels exhibited slower walking speeds, significantly poorer balance, and were more than twice as likely to experience falls in the following year compared to those with normal levels. In a randomized clinical trial published in the Journal of Gerontology, seniors received 1,000 micrograms (mcg) of vitamin B12 daily for 8 weeks. Post-supplementation, participants reported reduced numbness and instability, improved lower body strength, and faster reaction times. Beyond aiding clearer thinking, B12 is crucial for maintaining your body's balance and control. Its mechanism of action involves promoting the formation of the protective sheath around your nerves, which is vital for efficient signal transmission. It also supports red blood cell production, ensuring enhanced oxygen delivery to muscle tissues, optimizes energy metabolism, and facilitates quick, precise signals from the brain to the muscles, thereby providing muscles with the energy they need to function. When you are deficient in B12, your nerves falter, your muscles misinterpret commands, and your legs begin to feel disconnected. Who is most likely to be affected by B12 insufficiency? If you are over 60, regularly use antacids or acid blockers, follow a low-meat or vegetarian diet, take metformin for diabetes, suffer from digestive disorders like gastritis or IBS, consume alcohol regularly, or have undergone weight loss or gastrointestinal surgery, you are at higher risk. It is worthwhile to get a quick blood test to ascertain your B12 levels if this description applies to you. Some often overlooked indicators include clumsiness, dropping objects, mild headaches, persistent fatigue that doesn't improve with rest, sporadic pains, or buzzing sensations in the feet, all of which are warning signs your body is trying to communicate. The sooner you act, the better your recovery. The recommended dosage of B12 for individuals over 60 is a daily intake of 500 to 1,000 mcg of methylcobalamin. Methylcobalamin is the active form, which your body can use immediately without conversion, making it particularly beneficial for seniors whose conversion rates decrease with age. It comes in various forms like chewables, sprays, and sublingual tablets that dissolve under the tongue. It is best taken in the morning or with lunch, as coffee and tea can interfere with its absorption. Can diet alone provide sufficient B12? In principle, yes, but in reality, it is highly improbable. Consider the typical B12 content of common foods. 3 ounces of beef liver contain around 70 mEg, 3 ounces of salmon about 4.5 mEg, 1 large egg merely 0.5 mEg, and 1 cup of milk around 1 mEg. To meet your daily requirements, you would need to consume substantial amounts of these foods daily. Therefore, a supplement is a much more practical option for the majority of seniors. Is B12 safe? Yes, B12 is water-soluble, meaning any excess is flushed out of your body. It is very safe, even at high dosages, for healthy individuals, with no known lethal amount. However, if you are on blood thinners or have chronic kidney problems, consulting your doctor is advised. Otherwise, B12. Supplements are among the safest and most effective ways to boost energy, improve nerve function, and regain control over your legs. Many older adults report feeling more stable when walking, regaining sensation in their feet, standing up more confidently, and even sleeping better once their nerve symptoms subside. Vitamin B12 is both a movement vitamin and a brain vitamin. It reestablishes the connection between your body and brain, making your legs feel stronger, your muscles react more quickly, and your confidence return when those lines are clear. If you've been experiencing unusual sensations, limb weakness, or balance problems, don't disregard them. Examine your B12 levels and give your nerves what they've been longing for. Finally, we address vitamin bone, also known as thiamine, the secret to anti-fatigue and muscle energy. You're likely aware that vitamin D3 aids in muscle building and vitamin B12 facilitates nerve-to-leg communication, but there's one more crucial piece to the puzzle: thiamine. Vitamin bone provides the essential electrical current, the actual energy your muscles require to move. If D3 turns on the lights and B12 connects the lines, your muscles simply cannot function without this energy source. Without thiamine, your body runs out of fuel, even if your bones are strong and your nerves are sharp. So what is vitamin bone and why is it so vital? Thiamine is fundamental for energy metabolism, meaning it helps convert food, particularly carbohydrates, into ATP, which is usable energy. Every movement, every breath, every muscle contraction is powered by ATP. And since your legs are your body's largest muscles, they demand a constant supply. When your thiamine levels are low, your muscles feel heavy, fatigue easily, and recover poorly from any exertion. Symptoms of a potential thiamine deficiency often begin subtly for many individuals over 60. You might experience legs that feel weak or extremely tired, cramping in muscles, especially in the feet or calves, a dragging, heavy sensation when moving, shortness of breath when ascending stairs, occasional lightheadedness or fatigue after standing up, and even mental fatigue. A lack of appetite and an overall lack of drive to move can also be common indicators of a slowed muscle metabolism, where thiamine frequently plays a significant role. What causes thiamine deficiency in the elderly? Several factors contribute. First, a reduction in absorption. Your digestive system's capacity to absorb thiamine from food declines with age. Second, medication use. Diuretics, often prescribed for heart conditions or high blood pressure, cause thiamine to be flushed out through urine. Antibiotics and metformin can also affect thiamine levels. Third, alcohol consumption. Even modest consumption of alcohol can hinder thiamine absorption. Fourth, a poor diet. Thiamine is stripped from many processed foods, and your intake can be too low if you consume fewer whole grains or legumes. Research highlights the prevalence of low thiamine levels, with a 2021 Tokyo University study finding that over 30% of older participants had insufficient thiamine. These individuals also exhibited significantly less leg strength, moved more slowly, and frequently complained of muscle fatigue. Following thiamine supplementation, most demonstrated a noticeable increase in energy, walking distance, and stair climbing ability. Another study published in the Journal of Neurological Sciences found that 82% of patients with persistent leg fatigue reported improved endurance after just 7 days of receiving 100 milligrams of thiamine daily, with 68% reporting less heaviness and leg pain, and no adverse effects were noted. How does thiamine support your legs? It powers the Krebs cycle, your body's primary energy-producing mechanism, enabling muscle cells to generate ATP more rapidly, recover from movements more quickly, and maintain their strength and tone throughout the day. Additionally, thiamine facilitates the transmission of nerve signals, particularly in the peripheral nerves that govern your legs and feet. It's akin to trying to operate a car without fuel. When you lack thiamine, nothing moves, despite everything else being in place. The required amount of thiamine is relatively low, 1.2 milligrams per day for men and 1.1 milligrams per day for women is the recommended dose. However, significantly larger doses are often employed for therapeutic benefit in older adults with symptoms. Doctors frequently advise seniors experiencing nerve issues, fatigue, or leg weakness to take 50 to 100 milligrams daily. The good news is that since thiamine is water-soluble, any surplus can be safely eliminated through urine. It is best consumed in the morning to help boost energy levels throughout the day, always with food, preferably something containing healthy fat or protein. Avoid taking it with alcohol, coffee, or black tea, as these can hinder absorption. Can thiamine be obtained from diet alone? Yes, but you must be deliberate. Whole grains like brown rice or oats, legumes such as beans and lentils, sunflower seeds, and organ and pork meats are excellent sources. However, most seniors do not consume enough of these foods daily, and certain health conditions or medications can impede absorption, making a supplement a more reliable option. If you are unsure or have recently experienced unexplained fatigue, consider it. Who should consider thiamine supplements? If you have type 2 diabetes, consume alcohol regularly, take diuretics, metformin, or acid-blocking drugs, experience leg fatigue even with light exertion, or have experienced unexplained weight loss or appetite loss, your thiamine levels should be checked or simply replenished with a safe daily dose. Is thiamine safe? Yes, thiamine is known to be safe and is considered one of the safest supplements for seniors, even at higher doses. However, before starting high-dose thiamine, always consult your physician, especially if you are on medication or have liver or kidney issues. Many seniors report feeling significantly more energized within just 3 to 5 days of taking thiamine. Their legs feel lighter, walking becomes easier, climbing stairs is less taxing, and the desire to be active returns naturally. This is akin to adding fuel to an engine that has been sputtering for years. While vitamin B12 might not grab the spotlight like D3 or B12, it can be the crucial component that makes a significant difference for older individuals experiencing energy problems, muscle fatigue, or leg heaviness. It powers your muscles, restores your drive, and provides the vigor, purpose, and ease to navigate your day. If you feel exhausted, weighed down, or disengaged from your body, don't overlook thiamine. The simplest nutrients can often have the most profound impact. Now that you understand how vitamin D3, vitamin B12, and thiamine individually benefit your muscles, the logical next step is to explore how to combine these nutrients for optimal results. Timing and simplicity are key to this solution. Let's begin by discussing when to take each vitamin. The optimal time to take vitamin D3 is in the morning, immediately following breakfast, especially if it includes a meal rich in healthy fats like yogurt, eggs, or a small amount of avocado. This is because D3 is fat-soluble and requires fat for effective absorption. Vitamin B12 is most effective taken in the early afternoon or around midday. Since B12 also promotes alertness, taking it too late in the day could potentially disrupt sleep. Avoid consuming it with tea or coffee, as these beverages may hinder its absorption. Your morning fuel, thiamine, should be taken with your first meal of the day, preferably a healthy breakfast that includes whole grains and some protein. This will support your energy levels throughout the day and can even help improve focus. Here's a simple daily illustration. For breakfast, you could have a small bowl of Greek yogurt, 1 boiled egg, 1 vitamin D3 capsule, and 1 thiamine tablet. Lunch could consist of steamed vegetables, grilled salmon or tofu, and 1 vitamin B12 tablet or lozenge. With this configuration, your body receives the proper nutrients in the right amounts at the right times. What about taking a multivitamin? If you currently take a multivitamin, carefully read the label. Many senior formulas underdose these crucial nutrients, so ensure it contains adequate quantities of thiamine, B12, and D3. Additionally, remember that some multivitamins combine water-soluble and fat-soluble vitamins. Therefore, it is still recommended to take them with meals, preferably at lunch or in the morning, and never on an empty stomach. Finally, remember that more is not always better. Always consult your doctor or pharmacist and take medications as prescribed, especially if you have a chronic illness or are taking other medications. When taken as directed, these 3 vitamins function harmoniously as a well-oiled machine to restore strength, balance, and vitality to your legs and your life. Like any powerful tool, vitamins are effective in revitalizing health and vitality, but they must be utilized with care. Here are some crucial safety precautions to keep in mind, especially if you are over 60. First, avoid self-adjusting dosages. More is not always better, and simply because something is natural doesn't mean taking excessive amounts will yield faster results or be without risk. For instance, vitamin D3 is fat-soluble, and consistently taking more than 4,000 IU daily without supervision can lead to dangerously high calcium levels. This can manifest as kidney stones, constipation, nausea, or even disorientation. Second, exercise caution if you have kidney or liver issues. These organs are responsible for breaking down and eliminating excess vitamins from your body. If they are not functioning optimally, even standard dosages can accumulate and lead to adverse effects. Therefore, before embarking on any supplement regimen, particularly with fat-soluble vitamins like D3, consult your doctor if you have been diagnosed with chronic kidney disease, fatty liver disease, or any other serious ailment. Third, it's easy to overlook certain adverse effects of vitamins. For example, prolonged high doses of vitamin B6 can cause tingling or numbness in the hands and feet, and while uncommon, unmonitored misuse is more likely to lead to such symptoms before more serious issues arise. Excessive vitamin D3 can cause headaches, muscle cramping, or a poor appetite. Always be attentive to any subtle changes in your well-being, especially if they occur after starting a new vitamin. Lastly, get your blood levels checked. A basic blood test every 6 to 12 months is a wise practice if you are taking D3 or B12 long-term. This ensures you are not inadvertently taking too much or too little, and that you are within the safe and effective range. In conclusion, while vitamins can undoubtedly enhance your quality of life, the key lies in being judicious, informed, and cautious, especially as we age. These 3 straightforward nutrients hold the potential to transform your strength, mobility, and independence when taken as directed. Let's recap for a moment. The unsteadiness, heaviness, or weakness you may be experiencing in your legs lately is not necessarily just a sign of aging, nor is it solely in your imagination, and most importantly, it is not irreversible. We've seen how vitamin B12 enhances your nerves and balance, vitamin D3 fortifies your bones and muscles, and thiamine replenishes your energy and stamina. These 3 basic vitamins work in concert to form a potent trio that can help you reclaim your strength, confidence, and freedom of movement. The secret, however, is taking the first step. Whether it's monitoring your blood levels, taking a morning supplement, or consulting your doctor, action is always preferable to waiting. I'd love to hear from you right now. Have you tried any of these vitamins before? Did you notice a change in your overall energy, strength, or balance? We grow stronger together the more we learn from one another. So please share your story in the comments section. Thank you for watching. Take care of your body, fuel your legs, and keep moving forward, one powerful stride at a time.